I think this microphone is connected, so we're gonna hope it is. It is currently, it's about to be 1 a.m. And technically tomorrow, but not really technically, because I don't count it as tomorrow until I wake up tomorrow. I am going for my first ever operation. I'm acting very happy about it. I'm actually very deeply scared. I've had, as much as I'd like this video to be kind of funny, it will be, but it won't be. I've had a pretty rough go of it this year in terms of like not only my physical health but my mental health. To be fair, my mental health's been on like a quite a steady decline for the past like 2-3 years. But I think I really hit some really low points this year. Hence why I look a bit of a mess. I did actually straighten my hair today. I just it doesn't want to behave. As someone who has had a shit go with my mental health, I have been chopping at my hair, so like my fringe is like 3 different lengths. But hey, it is what it is. The only thing healthy about me is my nails. Like, I hate to say it, but these bad boys, these are all mine. Like, that's the healthiest thing on my body at the minute. But yeah, like I've had a pretty rough go of it this year, especially with like at the start of the year we thought I had COVID, which is like bad enough, I would argue, and we like brushed it off as COVID. I started to feel better, it was great, and then like I had to be rushed to hospital because like I was really unwell, and it was just like it just felt like a bad cold. Turns out I had like pneumonia. And it was just after I'd released like my first YouTube video, which I have since deleted because again, the mental health wasn't great anyway, and I just hit this point where I was like, I'm mad at myself. Like at the time I was mad at myself because I was like, oh, so I can make content then, but I can't do it now. Obviously I think I had a pretty good reason not to be, but I just after that I kind of just lost the will for it, I can't lie. I could not be arsed actually making anything, because like I think, you know, as soon as I kind of like I couldn't breathe properly, so like I would want to do a talking video and I would try and record it. Like you'll probably still hear it now, I'm still quite breathless, and like you could hear it in the videos when I was recording, like I just couldn't breathe. Like I was there and I'd be like, so and then I'd have to keep stopping because I'd have to go get a drink. I'd have to like take a minute to breathe because my nose doesn't work at the best times anyway. It's why I'm getting my operation tomorrow, but we'll come back to that. And like it feels like every other week since then I've either had like kind of like a shitty cold or like the world's worst sore stomach, like and obviously a lot of that, or like my back has been playing up a lot. Like I have very like, I don't say I have sciatica, but that was one of the things that was definitely waved about at the doctors, which is shite. I'm 22, what the fuck. I know I look about 30, but but I have like the world's worst back. It's incredible, which I do think is heavily tied into like how I'm feeling like emotionally, because it was as soon as like anything would stress me out that my back was like, I'm gonna make you feel worse. Which is like great, perfect, thank you, that's just what I needed actually. It just feels like one thing after the other, and like every single time I would try and sit and record a video, if it wasn't like my physical health getting in the way, it was very much like my mental health. I went through like a very insanely vain period in like, god, it was whenever I started my Instagram account, like not my main one but like my account that like I use now, that has like the same username as this one, like this YouTube channel even, would help if I clarified, where like I was like, yeah, I look dope. I'd never touched my hair, like dyed it or anything like that, other than like a little bit of highlights. I was skinnier, I lost a lot of weight, I was doing all right financially at the time, and I was like going to concerts every other week, and like I went through such a vain period where I was like and my makeup looked great. And it seemed to be like, especially last year when I started to dye my hair and like my mental health just went on this massive decline, I seemed to get a little bit fugly, as the kids would call it. And obviously, like, your mental health is tied into a lot of things, but I just didn't realize how, like, the extent of it until like I'm sat there and I look crazy. And then recently I've just really been at like proper rock bottom. Like, I keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna clean, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I just, like, I'll do like maybe one task and that'll be it for the week, and I'm like, that's my task for the week. And I made the mistake I made the mistake the other night of looking through my Instagram from when I was in my vain era. And I was like, oh God, I used to be so much skinnier and I used to be so much cooler and I used to be so much more confident. And I've really lost that. And it's why I haven't been uploading either, because it's just like, it makes me mad to look at myself. I haven't posted on my Instagram since October. And, you know, there's a lot of very personal reasons that I'm not going to get into here. For why. It's much more, like, a lot of people would argue that, like, mental health and talking about that is quite like an intimate subject, and I'm not saying it isn't, but there was other things going on in the background that really, like, it just kind of pulled me out of things a little bit, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can go on a camera or I can post on social media and be, like, I was still taking photos and stuff, but, like, I just couldn't. Every single time I tried to post, I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I just can't do it. And I kind of set this, like, precedent in my head of, like, well, I won't post until I do something creative. I won't post until, like, maybe I realise art is my thing. Maybe it's, like, a craft that I need to do that'll be my thing. Or, like, I'll film a video again and then I'll make, like my grand comeback. And I'm like, hey, guys, I was gone for so long. But I'm back and I'm better than ever. But instead I'm back and I'm just the same. Actually worse, I would argue. It wasn't until, so I'm getting a surgery for my nose. The easy way to explain it is that on the inside of my nose, I haven't been able to breathe for like 3-4 years now. So I've been using Optimism, which is, if you don't know, I can show you. I've got it in my pocket, hold on. I literally just had to get this one because I was waiting to run out before my surgery on Sunday. But this is it. This has been the bane of my existence for the last 4 years. You know, I kind of like brush it off as like a forever thing. Like, we'd went to the like hospital about it, and you know, I was kind of made out to be one of those people that's addicted to nose sprays, and nothing really happened past that until we went back again to be like, hey, look, this is still like an issue. You need to see me. And they finally did, and I got referred to a bigger hospital in a city, and they were like, yeah, we think you're addicted to nose sprays. And I was like, oh great, I've came all this way for you to tell me what everybody else has been telling me and that there's nothing wrong with me. But they decided, you know what, while you're here, we'll put a camera up your nose, we'll see what's happening, maybe there is something. And my nose is so packed in and the shape of it is so fucked up on the inside because it's shaped like an ass. They couldn't even get the camera in. You can't write this shit. I'm a wee bitty nervous, and the reason why I'm sat before you confessing all of my sins is because I kind of had this moment today that, like, tomorrow, you know, everything's gonna go fine, but if anything, I am the biggest warrior in the world. And obviously you can you know, be unalived, as people on TikTok would say, you can be unalived. And I just kind of had that idea, and I was like, damn, if this is it, like, it's not going to be, but if it was, you know, I wouldn't have done anything I wanted to do. Like, in a lasting way. I wouldn't have started to create content consistently. I haven't tried to learn how to make music. I haven't gotten back into painting. I haven't learned how to model clay to make little things. I haven't written anything in so long. I haven't written a song in like fucking years. I haven't done anything creative in so long, and I was like, if this is how I leave it, like, this is it. Like, what am I leaving? I'll be leaving behind my Father John Misty set list from Edinburgh at the Usher Hall. And I will be leaving behind an assortment of Apple products, because if anything, I am an Apple girly. I don't know if you can tell from the camera quality. But yeah, I won't be leaving behind much, is what I'm saying. And I think it really got to me. Because something that happens to me quite consistently recently is I will go on Facebook and everybody my age either has like a kid or several. They're married, they have a house, they've kind of got their shit figured out. And the thing is, when I was in school, not to toot my own horn, but I was kind of good in school. Like, I'm not saying I got straight A's all the time, but I was smart enough. Like, I could have went to uni and all that, but I chickened out of it because I was like, God, it's so much money and I don't want to put myself in that kind of debt. And it just gave me this like deep rooted fear, and I regret it so much now. Because obviously, like, I've had many beautiful experiences. I've met people that I wouldn't have met if I didn't go down this path of working straight out of school and all that. But a part of me does think, like, I should have at least went to college. I should have tried to do something and get like a qualification outside of like what you get in like high school. I hate saying that. I've never called it high school a day in my life, but it's the best way to get across, you know. Plus, if I said the academy, that sounds really posh. I'm not posh, I promise. I'm common as muck. That's a B&M shoe rack and it keeps falling apart. I need to nail it to my door and I just don't do it, and my Crocs fall off it every day, and you know, it's shite. I kind of just had this moment when I was like, oh shit, I've achieved nothing. Like, that's it. And usually I can like laugh it off and be like, oh whatever, it's fine, these things happen, you know, like one day it'll happen for me, because I'm endlessly optimistic. It is my best and my worst like quality. I am like stupidly optimistic. Everybody that I've ever worked with has pointed that out. Like, when everybody else is like, oh god, we've got like 4 more hours of the shift to go, I'm like, oh, it's only 4 hours. Guys, we're nearly done, we're nearly out of here. And if you take away your break, that's like only like 3.5 hours. I also can't see, that's why I'm squinting. I need money to fucking buy new glasses. If any beautiful rich men are watching this, hello. I would love some new glasses and not another pair from Firmoo. And it's so a proper pair so I can get fucking shaved down. I don't know if you can see that, you probably can't, but they said they shaved these down. Did they fuck? We were in a charity shop and my sister was buying a bag and I ended up buying like this New York Yankees hat. It's actually, my suitcase is still down here. I haven't unpacked. Where is this bad bitch? So it's one of these caps. It was obviously made in New York, like at the Yankee store. Or is it? Yeah, it's the Yankees. It's one of those. It's like literally not adjustable. Like, it has to just fit your head. And motherfucker, it doesn't fit past my ponytail. You can get the idea. It's so cute. Look at this motherfucker. Look how cute that is. I love it. I love it. It has like the New York on the side and then it's got the Yankees on it. It's fire. I love it. I'm a big New York fan. You know how white men love a trip to Japan? That's me with New York. I had the best fucking time there. I would happily go back. But yeah, so I was in buying that and this lady was like, I love your glasses. And everybody always says that to me. It's how I know I'm ugly as fuck. Because they don't go, you're so beautiful. They go, your glasses are great. It's the first thing people notice. Because, well, they're massive. They're fuck off sized. They're ridiculously big. Sorry, I just look even crazier now. Sorry, let me just clean myself up for you so I don't look too crazy. I should just take my hair down at this point, but I really can't be bothered. I'm way to sleep anyway, so, you know, because I'm working tomorrow. My last day on earth potentially, and I'm working tomorrow. It won't be my last day on earth. I need to stop saying that because I'm freaking myself out now. I mean, I was already nervous. I've had a really shit week already. I've had a really shit year as is, and yeah, I was really quite nervous, and then this surgery on top of that, it sucks. It sucks. I'm a very nervous person naturally. Yeah, I've kind of locked myself into this prison where, like, if every week goes by and I haven't done something, I am like, I have wasted this time. I'm such a failure. I'm not going to do anything with my life. Like, I'm not working towards my goals. And I think that's kind of true. I think there's some truth in that. I don't think I should be as hard as I am to myself about it. I think it's a very unfair goal to set when I work. I have a lot on my plate mentally and physically. But I don't know. I think, just with the surgery coming up, it has put a lot of things into perspective. And I think I just need to start biting the bullet more. I need to just start kind of doing things and, putting my energy into like these creative outlets. Because I found, like, I've always wanted to make music, and every single time I open up GarageBand, I'll make something and then I'll cringe it. I'm like, oh god, I'm so bad at this, and I never touch it again. Same with, I have a guitar that my friend gave me to give me a hobby because they very beautifully said to me, Catherine, you just need a hobby. But like, I'm like missing an outlet now to get this emotion out, especially when like the content I'm thinking of, I'm like, I just need to make it and make it a thing and make it the best it can possibly be, so I can get to like monetizing it quicker. I need to build an audience, I need to do this. Like, I keep thinking about it and planning all these crazy things, and I just don't do it. It's gonna be easy if I do die and this is it, and this is just gonna sit on my laptop forever. But I'm not going to, touch wood, I hope that's real wood, I'll be fine. And Hollywood's best, as the saying goes. But yeah, I just think I've been in such a very vulnerable position, and I keep laughing it off, and I think I just kind of need to kind of come clean with myself, and I feel like holding myself publicly accountable is a good idea. Because it's like, you know, I value when people are honest, especially in their content. Like when Emma Chamberlain made that pivot from like fun YouTuber to doing podcasts like this, where she sat in her much nicer house than mine, with her much better hair in wonderful style, and she sits there and she's totally honest, and she, you know, she just talks to the camera, like what I'm doing now. I value that so much. I think that kind of content is so amiss nowadays, especially with the rise of like TikTok AI slop, you know. We've kind of lost the yappers, because everybody wants to know exactly what your point is in like 30 seconds or less, preferably less. They kind of want to see it before they scroll, and then they never ever see you again, and you're lost to like the ether of the internet, which is just crazy, because I love a video essay. Oh my god, all I've been watching recently is video essays about the most random trivial things. I miss when YouTube was for the yappers, you know, for the people that wanted hours long content. I remember when Markiplier started uploading videos that were like an hour or 2 hours long. Like, that filled such a hole, and I think we've just completely reverted. Sorry, I've name dropped Markiplier like 40 fucking times. I feel like it's very prevalent for you to know that like I was a huge Markiplier fan back in the day. If I hate him for a month, then I seen the film and I went, fuck, it was actually kind of good. I can't hate that. No, I remember when we used to hassle YouTubers for longer videos, and it just seems like that's died off. I just find it so interesting when people talk. I don't know. I like hearing the inner workings of someone's brain. And I'm sure there'll be other people out here that might enjoy this too. This might sit in someone's watch later until they're bored one night and watch this at like 2 a.m. And they'll Google search whether I did die in this operation or not. Touch wood, I didn't. I don't know. I think because this is such a set thing, I'm like, my brain is working overtime, and I'm like, I've achieved nothing. I think I just need to remind myself that there's a lot of people who don't achieve things ever. And sometimes, on the opposite hand, sometimes it's an achievement just waking up. I don't know. I'm just chatting out of shit now. I think I've gotten what I need to say out. Like, I just feel like shit because I'm not making things, so this is me making something, so I can't feel guilty, I guess, if something does happen, which it won't. But if it did, you know, I'll feel a little bit more relieved before they put me under. I just hope I have a beautiful doctor. I want the last face I see to be beautiful. That's all I ask. Man or woman. Preferably an old, beautiful man. So yeah, it'll be a relief once it's done, but it's just a bit of a panic just now, especially since like it literally feels like every single time I open like social media, everybody else is doing so much better than me. But I also have to ground myself in the reality that none of that is real. None of that is real, and these are all just people showing the best moments, which is what I was doing for many a moon until I stopped, and I stopped posting, and I only post my stories every now and then. And I don't know. But this is me essentially giving myself permission to start posting again, whether or not I'm making content. I think I just need to start living for me instead of living for the one here that's constantly going, you need to monetize the way you live. And it's I'm just gonna blame the tarot readers. I'm sorry. Every single time I get one of those tarot readings, we're like, it's gonna work out. You're gonna meet the love of your life. It's coming soon. Some beautiful man is gonna come and find you, and he's minted out his ears. That's my favourite ones, I can't lie. I hold on to those, I grasp onto those. I'm like, God, he is coming. The rest of it, I'm like, rich and famous, whatever, fine. I'll take it or leave it. But a beautiful loaded man, come on now. who's gonna say no to that? Who be real with me, would you say no to a beautiful man that had lots of money? Don't lie. So whenever I see those tarot readings, I save them to like a specific folder, especially the ones, I hate the ones that are like, you need to save this and send it to 3 friends to lock it in. No, the fuck I don't. Actually, you're lying to me and you're doing that to freak people out. Fuck you. The only ones I actually pay attention to is the real bitches that go, if this is for you, take it. If it is sorry. If it's not, leave it, you know. I fuck with them. I do fuck with them. But I don't know. I think I also need to stop watching them because they are making me miserable. Not that I've seen much of those recently, because for some reason since the charity match I've been getting Angry Ginge edits. But he is minted. Maybe he's the rich man that's coming to my wedding. Angry Ginge, buy me a new shoe rack. It's a piece of shit and I've got a few credit cards you could clear too high. Yeah, okay, I'm just chatting shit now. I'm gonna go. But yes, I guess the moral of this video is my mental health's in the shitter, but I like this. This is nice. I feel like this was fun. I feel like this was a nice thing to do. I feel like this is the first time I've actually gotten through a whole video and not immediately went, I can't. Because I'm very good at doing that. Like I said, as soon as I get into something and I start to make something, I'll cringe myself out. I'm like, oh, gross. I just drop it and I don't do it, which is so dumb. I hate it. I hate that I do this thing. That, like, I just get freaked out whenever I try and do something new and different. But yes, thank you for listening. I hope I haven't worried you. I hope I haven't stressed you out in any way. I hope I said something that was even vaguely interesting and made watching this worth it. Who knows, I might make like a minute long cut of it where I don't say anything. I think that would probably be more insightful than the things I did say. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go sleep, and then I'm gonna go mentally prepare for work tomorrow, and then after that I'm gonna have to mentally prepare for having my surgery. I'm such a pussy, it's so sad. Anyway, you know, I should do one of those like old YouTuber outros where it's like, bye guys, and like it goes to black, you know, very Alfie days. Did he do that? I can't remember. I always just think about him, the fucking £1 meal, that always, I am not a Tory. I'm not either, hun. I get you. Okay, for real though, I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm so sorry. I've been so irritated. I apologise. I'm gonna go doom scroll on TikTok and plan out some album covers to make in Tomodachi life. Peace, adios, bonvenue. I don't even think that's a real thing, but you know, I think I mix up bon voyage and something else and I've just called it a day.